Well, if the month of July was all about fruits and vegetables getting expensive, the month of August has been about food grains. Almost everything under that category is getting expensive. We've seen prices gain up between 8 to 10% on the higher side for various commodities like soybean, for guar, for chana prices for that matter. One, it is about the monsoon, which has been 9% above normal until time, but it really has had a lot of impact on the crop as well. There are still assessments going on sense of damage, but there are heavy floods that we've seen in the major sowing belts in Gujarat, in MP, UP, etc. That's what is driving the prices higher. And then it also has been about the festival demand, the weakness in US dollar, the speculative long positions, and then the global commodity prices also are rising, and we are looking at that impact coming in for Indian markets. But joining us is Mr. Siraj Hussain. He's ex-Agri-Seki. Mr. Hussain, thank you so much for your time. What is your sense, first of all, on the crop demand itself? Because the supply side really seems to be improving now. It is about the festival demand, especially when it comes to Indian markets.
Actually, this is the time when demand picks up every year. And this year, I was expecting the demand to be slightly subdued because of the closure of the HoReCa sector. However, the recent damage to crops in Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, etc., may cause a little lower, result in a little lower production. Some estimates say that about 10% lower production in soybean.
Yes, and to add to that, there are global concerns as well, because in US markets, we're looking at weather concerns. Brazil is known to have sold 95% of its 19-20 crop already, and the global markets have seen 5% of gains in soybean prices in the previous week. How much of that do you think is impacting Indian prices?
There would be impact on Indian prices for that also, and especially in case of pulses, where I think the stocks which had built up after large imports in 2017-18 have almost finished, and that is why we see pressure on pulses. Also, the government does not have any information about private stocks. So that is a big negative. The ordinances have opened up the markets, but government does not have any clue about how much of pulses are there in private stocks. So today, the lower import duty on masoor is going to end. I do not know whether the government will extend it. That will also give an indication.
Well, absolutely. Pulses, as you mentioned, have been running up as well. Chana, for one, is trading at a 20-month highs. But how much of a festival demand do you see coming in? The bulk buying is definitely coming back. We do understand that many of these food mills are now running at 65 to 85% of capacity.
Actually, the festival demand, in my view, as far as I know, is going to be less than a normal year because people will not be able to visit their friends, their relatives, so gifting is going to be less. Now, I do not think this inflationary trend is coming from festival demand as such. I think it is coming on the back of lower stock and lack of information with the government about private stocks.
So moving on from here, what is your sense? Where do you see concerns coming in? Because the rains are still on. We do understand that in various areas in MP, the IMD is still going on with an orange alert. Do you think it is going to be some time before we assess the crop damage and that price impact is yet to come?
As far as soybean is concerned, the Soybean Processors Association thinks that the damage will be about 10%. So 11 million ton crop may come down to about 10 million ton crop. However, it will be a little early. From now on, if the weather improves and if we have sunny weather and if the rainfall is not exceptionally high as it was there last year, then I think damage will be contained and we should see, some check on price rise.
That really is the point, because the new harvest will start coming in from the second or third week of September. So would you say that whatever increase in prices that we have seen perhaps is going to be short-lived to perhaps another couple of weeks?
The prices will moderate when the arrivals start. There is quite a certainty about that. They will moderate, but the outlook for latter months, October, November, December, is doubtful, especially in case of pulses, where we seem to have run out of the stocks which had been built up after large imports. So I think in case of pulses, the government would be thinking very hard on what to do.
You know, Mr. Hussain, from where we stand right now, and because of various reasons, as we just discussed, whether it's about wheat or rice, edible oils, pulses, core cereals, even the poultry demand seems to be picking up. So the meal prices, maize and corn also seem to be doing quite well. It really looks like a trend right now. What is your sense? How longer? Because the month of August is closing with the high prices for all of these commodities. We're entering into September now. Where would you see further price rise? Where do you see more concerns?
Actually, for many commodities, I really don't see any reason for price rise. So, for example, for wheat and rice, it is true that government has procured too much, but government can easily release stocks under the open market sale scheme. So if that is pushed, then inflationary trend and wheat and rice can easily be checked.
Okay.
For oilseeds, the new crop will come, so that will cool down the prices. Pulses, as we have already discussed, likely to remain high.
Okay.
So on the whole, the prices are likely to moderate when the crop comes.
One final question, and we've seen a very strong agri-export numbers for the previous quarter, even as it was a lockdown, and it has been reported on how India really stood tall when it came to providing food to various countries. What are the trends that we're looking at in this quarter?
Actually, rice exports will pick up because as other countries also open up, the countries which import rice from India, as they open up, our rice exports will rise. In fact, 1920 rice exports were lower than 1819 rice exports. So, as far as other commodities are concerned, we are not a major player except in case of buffalo meat. So, despite all the constraints, it is a good news that exports have picked up. But, the higher figure of rice export does not really please me.
Okay. Well, Mr. Hussain, thank you so much for joining us. So, overall, agri sector, pulses is the only area that might actually continue to rage up. But the other commodities, as the harvest begins in mid-September, will see some moderation come in.